Welcome to Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like and hit that subscribe button. Drop us and leave us a comment below. We love to hear from you. You can find every episode where you get your favorite podcasts, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and of course on the Odyssey app. Just search Tales from the Tips, subscribe, and enjoy. I'm DA. That guy right there is 15-year tour caddy, Mick Middlemo, halfway across the globe.
The country. I'm going to be at the country.
I was going to say, not the country, the globe.
Halfway across the world.
We're just a couple of guys that love to talk about the game of golf so much that even while on vacation or holiday, we're just going to talk about it both inside and outside the ropes, but from a different perspective. Buddy, it's so good to see you. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready, mate. It is 10 after 8 in the morning and I'm ready.
And it's 4 o'clock here in the afternoon here in the East Coast. Let's grip it and rip it. All right. So look at what the kangaroo dragged in, literally.
Did you like that video? Did you like that video?
I love that video.
I sent you the other day?
Yeah, I've been showing it to everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if Kim can drop it into our little video shorts and stuff like that. So how are you doing down there? Are you enjoying your time back home?
I am enjoying my time home. I've got my dad sitting across from me now. We've been drinking a few beers and maybe too many on the odd occasion, but we've been having some fun. It's been good. This is the first time I've been home in 6.5 years. So actually, this is the first time I've been home since I spoke at Jared Lyle's memorial service. But yeah, so It's good to be home.
Wow, I know when we were talking about it in December that you were going back, it kind of was like, okay, I know he's going to be gone. That's wild. Just to, I'm sitting there thinking about it like you and I were texting each other, and I was like, he's halfway across the world.
Yep.
Like, that is so cool. How's the weather? Because you're missing some interesting stuff here in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's been chill. Well, the day I got off the plane, it was 102.
Oh, I feel bad.
And then it was 100, and then the day after that, it was 65.
Okay,
that's how dramatic it is. But we're getting back up to the 90s on the weekend. It'll be 90 tomorrow, and I think 95 on Sunday. So,
well, I've got to get you back home because
why?
Not only have we had one snowfall, they're predicting another one on Tuesday.
Yeah, and I get back on Thursday.
Oh, you're coming back so soon.
So that stuff better be cleared up by the time I get back.
There's still stuff from last week's on the ground.
Yeah, well, that means school will be cancelled for the next 2 years. Yeah,
well, good luck getting a loaf of bread or any milk because that's all that stuff's gone. So
Gustin's will be open.
It will. I'm sure Gustin's will be open. So
shameless. Another plug for my great bar.
I know. Well, we're on episode 15, and so I think we're probably up to at least 15 plugs for them. So, yeah, so this episode was supposed to be Daniel Chopra, but I mean, obviously with the holidays and everything going on, here we are on Riverside.fm. So we want to thank our friends at Riverside for making this, little thing possible. I was kind of going to say this is our first time doing this, but really it's not. We started on this platform when you and I recorded our first couple of episodes, and then we pivoted to the studio. I think we should get. I think we need to make a decision, an executive decision, since executive producer Kim isn't with us. Shocking.
Again.
Yeah, again. She's at a tech conference, Mick.
Okay.
Like, how nerdy can that get?
Yeah, that's why I didn't get invited, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm sitting here with you. I didn't get invited either. So
I was lucky I got this to work.
I know it was. I'm a little shocked. Leo disappeared on us. He has bigger things to do here at the studio. He's got TI in the building, Mick. I mean,
I know. Well,
I guess we don't rank with TI.
Who's is he on Dukes and Bell?
He was on upstairs. He's now down with Greg Street on V103.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do, I think what we should do as a special edition launch, since the front nine is out. And by the way, I got a quick update for you. I think what we should do is try to lightly edit our first real recording and publish it out and see what the fan reaction is to that.
Go. No, you're in charge.
I'm not in charge. She is, but we're just going to run the show now.
We're going to run with it. We're going to run it while she's not there. That's fine.
I did. I know in the last episode we talked about having Daniel come on. I actually was able to interview. I did a nice interview this morning with Alex Urban, the executive director of the Tour Championship. We recorded for a little over an hour, so a lot of really good stuff. We're gonna dump that out, and that was really good. That was while you were sleeping, so or passed out. I don't know what last night looked like for you.
No, last night wasn't a big night. Dad, were we drunk last night? Were we drunk last night?
No.
So I think Dad said no.
No. Okay, good.
So remember,
he was going to say he didn't remember.
and there it is. Jameson,
We don't do shots over here.
You don't what?
So there's an interesting tag here. So the place we drink at is like a Legions club. It's called the RSL, Return Service League.
Okay.
And so they have a rule, though. Like I asked for a Jameson shot the other night. They wouldn't give it to me. That has to have something in it. It has to have a mixer in it, like a Sprite or a splash of water or something like that. So, yeah.
No.
Or a Coke or something like that, yeah. They don't do straight shots.
So do you?
So I couldn't live. So basically, I couldn't live here.
A water in it, and then.
Yes, that's what they did. That's what they did.
Got it. Okay. Whew, I was worried. No wonder you're getting back so soon.
Well, no, the golf club. I've done something you haven't done this month, and I've played golf twice.
Oh well, that's great. How did you play?
Very average. I didn't bring my clubs. I'd like to thank American Airlines for the upcharge they were going to charge me for the second bag, which was going to be $400 because of the fare I got. So they were going to charge me $400 each way to bring my golf clubs. Thank you, American Airlines. Great shameless plug. Never again.
No.
So I didn't take them. So I used borrowed clubs, and the first round I shot 85, and the second round I shot 83.
Okay.
First one was at Medway, which is a great little place, and the second one was my old home course where I showed you the Kangaroos. That was at Heidelberg. Medway has some interesting holes. Their lead-off 10th hole is a 242-yard par 3, and the 13th hole is a 258-yard par 3.
Are those downwind, downhill?
The second one is definitely downhill, but it was into a hurricane. So yeah, it was. And of course, Mick doesn't have his trusty 2-iron with him, so
no, you sold that.
Yeah, so I hit 4-iron off the tee, believe it or not, straight into the trees. Hit 9-iron over the top to about 4 feet and made it for par. So it's just a stock standard par. That's all it was.
Yeah, look at it. Look at you, up and down, no worries.
You know that. So anyway, yes, we were going to have Daniel Chopra on, but then things got sideways. But we will again.
Yeah.
We will.
Well, if we know we can get this to work, and we'll have it out there. We'll see. We'll get him on because then we can once you get back, we can hit Gustin's and we can wrap up episode 17 and 18, and we got the back nine done, buddy.
That's it, and then we're rolling. But I'm coming back. So.
Oh, good. Well,
I think Dad's trying to get rid of me already.
Man, I don't know how to take that. I'm like, you haven't been home in over 6 years, and all of a sudden he's shipping you back in less than a month.
He wants to sober up, I think.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, and I gotta survive the rest of January. All right, so we got our first report card from Apple.
Yep. Okay.
1 week in, just so you know. We're 71st in our category.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I didn't know that there was over 70 podcasts in the golf category out there, let alone us. But I figured Kim said it was good. The guy from Apple said it was good. I was like,
well, that's all that matters then. If they say it's good, it's good.
That's
they
what
know
I
more about this stuff than I do.
I just thanked him. I said, thank you. We're trying. We're building the plane as we fly it. So, and we got a really nice a compliment from our friends at the Wilson Married Team Trucking. It's a husband and wife that are a trucking team. They loved our episodes and are following us now. So we want to thank them for shouting us out.
1,000%. Give us a shout. I appreciate you.
Yeah. So a lot of good stuff happening here. as you know, and I know you've been watching the NFL. We wrapped up. We got a couple things we got to discuss. Well, you missed on that, by the way. Episode 14, you declared that they were going to win out. You were 50% correct.
Yeah. Anyway, it's over. It's baseball season now.
Yeah. But congratulations. You did win. You held on to your three game lead.
So I beat you by 3.
You beat me by 3. Yeah. Philly with a 14-3 record versus Dallas's 7-10. My Lions at 15-2. Your Packers at 11-6. So, and now we know that the Packers are already at home packing, and we'll see how our Lions fare. You did declare that they will not win the Super Bowl because of Dan Campbell. We'll see. So
I also declared that if they did win, I would get a Detroit Lions tattoo.
You did.
You remember that?
That is correct. You tried to get me to get one, but since you already have 27, and again, that's a part of our tattoo count, Leo will make sure we have a running tally. We'll go for number 28 with you posting that. We'll get that videoed and shot. If that happens, I don't know if I will be able to even speak because I'll be celebrating so much. So
yeah, I know. We'll have to take that week off recording.
Yeah. So we're 2 tournaments in, the Sentry and the Sony. One of your favorite places to be.
Actually, the anniversary. Today's the anniversary.
Today is the happy anniversary, Mick.
Yeah, happy anniversary of the Robert Allenby Day.
This is Robert Allen. We should mark this, and it's a national holiday. Tales from the Tips recognizes January 16th as the Robert Allenby holiday for the trunk.
Correct, for the trunk of the car.
Great. Fitting that I had Alex, who was the tournament director of the Sentry at the same time that was going on. So
yeah, very much so.
Okay, so I got to get your thoughts. Hideki, 35 under.
Ridiculous. I mean, I know that course can play easy, and I know that course can play hard, especially if the wind is up. If the wind's blowing, that can be there's some difficult holes on that course, but they're starting to really destroy that golf course.
Oh, when I was talking with Alex, he said that the Kona winds were in favor of the course playing, obviously in their favor. Like if you get the ninth hole, the first hole, like the ninth hole par 5, if that plays downwind, then you're going to hit driver 7-iron, 8-iron into it for a par 5. Yeah. Well,
then you've got the first hole, which you can nearly drive. The 10th hole, you can nearly drive it.
Yeah, like I think it was playing like 247. These guys were hitting 3 woods.
Yeah. So that course relies on the wind.
Well, clearly, and Hideki's been close. When we were talking about it, Hideki had come close a couple of times, so it wasn't a surprise to see him win it. But at the same time, 35 under. I saw Justin's comment afterwards going, I guess I'm going to have to average 63 to win a tournament this season. No joke. Even this past week at the Sony, Nick Taylor. Yep. These guys are shooting lights out there.
Same thing with the winds there and stuff like that. So if those courses can be chewed up and eaten alive, but they're going to have some hard ones coming up. So don't worry. So
I got to ask, since you're over in Australia, have you seen any of the TGL?
Yes. Watched it. Love it. Absolutely love it.
You love it. Okay. I was going to say, so first impressions, what do you love about it?
I just think it's fun to watch the guys chilling out, relaxing and stuff like that. I think it shows like a human aspect that they're not robots on the golf course and they can have fun doing it. Like that Kevin Kisner shot when he hit that flag, when he shanked it out of the bunker and hit the flag at he could have been the only person to lose a golf ball playing indoors.
Well, it was funny because as I was recapping episode 14, we're going to get Kiz on because you said you were. We're going to have to ask him about that one.
Yeah.
He set the lie up. It wasn't like it was a buried lie and,
he's a commentator now. He's not playing much golf anymore. He's a commentator.
Oh, man. But
then the reaction, there would have only been better if that next shot had gone in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what would have been fitting because that's normally what these guys do. I mean,
Correct. But no, I love it. I think it's a great thing. I mean, they've obviously spent some money setting this up. I mean, they're playing off grass and then and relaying the turf the next day. I watched how they do it. They bring it in the turf and taking out the old and bringing in the new. It's kind of cool. And I mean, the crowd loves it. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I'd love to get down there. I'd love to see it in person. It's definitely a made for TV. You could tell on this TV broadcast they made some changes from the first week to the second week. I could do without the walkout. I mean, no offense, that's to me a little on the cheesier side, but I love the shot clock.
Yeah,
I love the concept of how accurate it is where ball placement is, from simulator, because that's always the biggest issue with sim golf is, putting and chipping.
correct.
You never, get the right, distance lie, that whole thing. At least these guys actually have a little bit more. So I've enjoyed it. I think they gotta hone in on the broadcast side. It's such a made for TV event now that it's just one of those things.
It's a little over the top matches.
A little bit, and I'm still trying to adjust to the commentators. I would have loved to have seen one of the women that covers the PGA to be a part of it. I think they missed there. But overall, I really like it. I can't wait to see our Atlanta Drive next week play. That'll be kind of fun to see.
It is. We might have to try to find the Atlanta Drive hats or something like that.
We'll just go to the PGA Tour Superstore. There's a plug. They're not a current endorser. Hopefully they will. But they have them. They're expensive, but I might be able to reach out to our folks over at A&B, see if we can get some stuff as well. Wait, now you just disappeared. Uh-oh. I lost Mick. Ladies and gentlemen, the art of video recording via like a online platform. Hopefully he comes back. I see you. Oh, you're back.
I lost you. There you go.
You lost me?
One of my idiot friends from America tried to FaceTime me, and my phone's on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know how that got through.
Yeah, you just all of a sudden disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. I have that feeling.
So well, that's a good part. Leo can edit this. Okay.
Correct.
So we were talking about getting some gear for the Atlanta Drive. Okay, so we're gonna do something a little bit fun. So today, a little different. Since the fields can change prior to these events, and clearly the American Express is a great example. Xander dropping out right before. Scotty's still not playing. We're not going to do picks for these tournaments, but what we're going to do is, as we get closer and closer to the players in March, let's talk about, first of all, American Express, which is going on right now. Did you ever caddy in that tournament?
No.
No. So you've never been there?
Nope.
Okay. So this is going to make it tough because this is where we're going to start identifying your favorite bars. Remember, this is part of the World Bar Tour. So nobody in La Quinta, or we're not going to La Quinta, California for the World Bar Tour.
Let's not call it. It's called the American Express. Before then, it was the. Back then, it was what was it? I can't remember what it was called back then. It's been like 1,000 names. There is a bar there called the Nest.
The Nest. Okay.
Yes.
Now, La Quinta, we've got the Nest. Okay.
Yes.
That's good to know.
It's basically full of golf bags and players who have played in the tournaments before, and there's some old bags all hanging on the wall and all that sort of stuff and stuff like that. So it's definitely a golfing fraternity in that bar, yes.
Oh, that's cool. So, okay, so we've got the Nest.
Yep.
Next week is the Farmers Insurance in San Diego. I don't know what it would have been called prior to that, but
I'm going to have to look it up, but I know the bar, there is a good dive bar there. I will look it up. I will find out the name for you.
Oh, okay. So we're going to have a name.
Mm-hmm.
The AT&T, I know for a fact that you caddied at the AT&T Pro-Am because you've told stories.
Many years. Many times. Maybe 6-7 times at that one.
What was the establishment of choice for that one?
The Britannia Arms.
The what?
Britannia Arms, an English pub.
An English pub. Okay, you got to give
The Britannia Arms.
Okay. Any stories from this? I gotta.
No, it's just a great local spot where every caddy and everyone used to go to. It was actually part owned by a guy who used to spend a lot of time out on tour as a caddy and all that sort of stuff. So, Phil, hey Phil, good to see you, mate. Yes, I'm plugging your bar. Yes, the Britannia Arms, great spot, great fish and chips. Not as good as Australia. I've enjoyed my fish and chips while I've been here, but a good bar, very much so. One of my favourites on tour.
One of your favorites on tour. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're going to mark that one down as a potential location for us to record an episode from.
Let's go. I don't know. Is Mike Conti going to ship us out there?
You never know. I mean, we keep climbing the Apple podcast chart.
We're going up there.
We'll see. I'm working on a deal right now with one of my guys in Scottsdale for the waste management for next year for us.
There you go.
Which, when I'm looking at it, that's the next one on our list, the waste management, a bar in Scottsdale.
It's funny. I never used to go to many bars out there in Scottsdale because I always stayed at Kevin Stadler's house. So we would just basically just drink at the house and barbecue and grill and all that sort of stuff. So we never really went out too much in Scottsdale.
So we're recording from Stadler's house. Is that what you're saying?
I honestly don't think he'd care.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, we because we've got an office out there in Scottsdale, and we do a lot of stuff. I guess I was learning this past week with the Thunderbirds, and we help. I guess we help coordinate the concert out there.
Oh,
okay. So
I mean, I'll tell you how Stads' place. I used to jump over the back fence and walk to the golf course. That's how close he lives.
Oh, he's right there.
Yeah, he's super right there. It's 10 minutes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can find Chopra's ball.
No, he'd be further away than that. No, it's Daniel.
Okay, so waste management, we're staying at Stadler's house.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have Stadler on just so we can. We're going to have to ask him.
He's got some good. He can tell some good. That guy, he puts on the best Australian accent I've ever heard of any American.
He's got a fake Australian accent.
It's unbelievable how good it is. It's unbelievable. He sat in a bar in Sydney, and he didn't want to be American. He didn't want people to know who he was. And he put on this fake Australian accent. This guy sat and spoke with him for 30, 45 minutes, and the guy didn't know he was American.
Get out of here.
100%. Great. He does a fantastic Australian accent. It's unbelievable.
I wonder if when we have him on the pod, if we can get him to talk in an Australian accent.
Oh, he will.
Okay. Okay, so then of course this is with all sincerity. I hope everybody in the Pacific Palisades is safe and okay.
Brutal.
The Genesis is on the docket after that. I haven't heard anything about the club. If Riv is okay.
I know they were in the evacuation zone. I actually read up on that yesterday. That they were in the evacuation zone and all that sort of stuff. But I can't imagine. That would be very hard to have a tournament there right now with everything that's happened there.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was wondering, but I couldn't, even in a quick search, I hadn't seen it that they had postponed or they were going to cancel the tournament. I would imagine you have to. But then again, in talking with, and you know how this is, those tournaments are so important to those local communities from a philanthropic perspective. I'm wondering if they're going to try to do something so that they can help with fire relief.
I would think maybe not cancelling the tournament. I think maybe they could move it. I mean, maybe to later in the year. But again, that logistically, who knows how that works with a week off and all this because the schedule's pretty well set.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know that area really, really well because obviously we used to stay out there all the time. We would stay, it's not an easy place to get accommodation, that's for certain, out that way because everything is so expensive and stuff like that. So we basically used to stay by the airport and then we would just leave early and drive out that way, get on the 405 and drive out there. But that area so well and it's heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah, I've got some friends, as a matter of fact, a former colleague and one of the gentlemen that hired me into this side of the business, him and his family are out that way, and just thinking and praying for him because part of it you haven't heard from some of these some folks, and I've got some other friends that are trying to get in touch with friends and former schoolmates and stuff like that, and it's just sad. So I know you and I are thinking and praying for those folks out there, and hopefully hopefully they get some relief out there soon.
It's gonna be a long haul for everybody, that's for sure.
So this next one, it's a relatively, I think, newer tournament, the Mexico Open at Vedanta. I don't think you've never had caddied out there, have you?
No.
I would be afraid for you and I to travel to Mexico.
Why? I love Mexico. I've been there a bunch of times.
I just don't know if we would survive.
Why? I know my way around Mexico. It's great.
The tequila poppers alone will kill us.
You don't like tequila?
There was a time in my life that way too much overserved would be a.
Well, it's definitely not this month.
Not this month. I'm in dry January. I'm trying to get into playing shape. Mick, come on.
Round as a shape. Remember that.
I had a swim coach. One of my daughter's swim coaches told me that I said one time to him, I said, I really want to get back into shape. And he said, well, you are a shape. You're round.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with that.
I said, I had never heard that. And I have carried that. And now you are the second person that has said that to me. I don't want to be round, Mick.
Well, this happens as we get older, mate.
I know.
Embrace it.
Yeah, embrace it. No, I'm fighting it. I'm you know me. I'm a little bit more on the rebel side.
Yeah. I would have picked February. It has less days.
Okay, so now we're moving the Florida Swing, the Cognizant Classic. I can't.
Where is it?
That one is at PGA National.
Oh, there's 1,000 bars along that street. I don't think we ever just had one specific bar in that place. There's so many good bars and restaurants over there. It's amazing.
I've never been down there, so I would have to. Amazing. I'm going to have to rely on you. Anything that stands out? Is there anything that you remember from these tournaments that you would be like, you know what? Yeah, I remember this.
That one had a really great finish with Trip Eisenhower. I think we finished third there one year, and probably should have won the tournament. Actually, he played awesome down the stretch. We had a great tournament there. That was one of those ones where we would rent a house normally by the course, and then you get 4 or 5 caddies and just cook every night and drink some beers, and then maybe go out once or twice to a restaurant. But yeah, that was I love that. I love that golf course. That's probably one of my favorite courses on tour.
You've talked about it before. I mean, I know
hard golf course.
Yeah, hard. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to shoot 30 under around there.
No, I don't think so either. Okay, the next one, the Arnold Palmer, Bay Hill,
Kitty O'Shea's.
Kitty O'Shea's.
Kitty O'Shea's. It used to be back in the day.
Okay.
Actually, my dad's looking across and smiling at me because my dad's been to Kitty O'Shea's.
So Kitty O'Shea's it is.
Kitty O'Shea's, and then when all my regular bartenders stopped working there, we went to a place called, and we're going to throw this one out there, Twin Peaks.
Get out of there!
Get on you, James.
We know those guys. They're actually they are a small partner of ours in this little venture. Our good friend with Lacima Restaurant Group. Mr. James Porcello. So we have to thank our guys. They take good care of us when we're over there. And
see how I led you into that?
I like that. Again, you're really doing well with these segues, Mick.
That's what I keep forgetting it's called a segue. I keep forgetting it.
Conti's going to be very proud of you when he reviews these. So
he will. I've been working on my segues.
Yes. I'm trying to get him to give us, a half-hour block on the radio station to help promote this thing.
He needs to.
So then the last one before the Players is the Puerto Rico Open. Have you ever been to the Puerto Rico Open?
Yes.
And?
There's a bar there called Frankie's.
Frankie's!
You're welcome to Frankie. I am Frankie. Actually, I have a picture on the wall there.
And then the next is the players. So we're at the players, and we've already picked our winners for that one. What do you think? Where are we going out at headquarters there?
That's another one. That was another one where we were just rent a house. Didn't really go out a lot with that one. That was one of those ones where you wouldn't go out a bunch because obviously it's worth too much money. You wanted to try to stay somewhat semi-conscious for that one.
You wanted to, yeah. Well, minus when you have a hole in one.
Yes, every time we had that. But even then, I rented a house. And that was ex-wife number 2's family would come to that one.
Nice. We're not.
I know. See, another show where I could mention some of my wives. It's funny, amazing, isn't it?
We could do a whole episode on Mick and his 3 wives.
Let's not. Please.
I think I'm still waiting for the odds makers to come back to us and see what the odds are on you having number 4.
It's never happening.
Never say never. Never's a very bad.
Never happening.
Yeah. Okay.
She'd have to be awfully rich.
See, that means it's not never.
It's never.
Okay.
Even my dad is looking at me, shaking his head.
Dad's a wise man.
He is.
So okay. So next time when you're back, hey Dad.
He's sitting right next to me, so he's having a good time. He's shaking his head. Listen to this.
I can't wait to see how this goes over on the recording. So when you're so you'll be back, and we'll tackle episode 16 next time you're back. Anything you want to talk about next time?
No, let me think. I'll have a long time on the plane to think about it.
Perfect.
I'll have a long time on the plane to think about it. Apparently, so one of my mates is picking me up. My flight lands at 3:30 on Thursday, and they're dropping my car at Guston's, so they're driving me to Guston's as soon as I get back.
So you're going to be back Thursday at 3:30 in the afternoon. You should be up there by 5. Yeah, about 6.
6 o'clock at Guston's. That's the plan. 6 o'clock Thursday night at Guston's.
There you go. And that's the 5th time we've plugged Guston's today on the program. We might have to ask for a check.
Do we need to plug anybody else?
What's that?
Do we need to plug anybody else?
No, I don't think so today. I think we're in pretty good shape. We've plugged Riverside. You've slammed an airline. We've plugged several bars. And
I haven't slammed too many people.
No, just one airline.
Maybe Robin Allaby. I slammed him a little bit.
No, we dedicated a day to him. I don't know how we slammed him. We dedicated a whole day to him.
I didn't say many nice things about him, but anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we've been very nice about it today.
We were good.
I mean, we're coming off the heels of the Sony Open. I mean, it's a landmark historical event for you.
For me, yeah. It's my anniversary today. I told you.
Happy anniversary, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Well, can't wait to see you back here in the States. Be safe on your travels. Folks, thanks for teeing it up with us. Follow us on Instagram, X, and Facebook. Of course, on YouTube, you can always catch all of our new episodes and content. We hope your drives are straight, your putts are short, and your scores are low as we tee it up on Tales from the Tips. We'll see you next time.